Hi people, I'm back working on the motor. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm getting the brass and the copper out of this thing to take to the scrapyard because it's high value scrap metal. So this morning I took off a great big piece here that was very heavy. There it's hanging in that blue bucket over there because it's full of oil. So I'm just letting that kind of drip out. I can hear a hummingbird right behind me. I also took off a nasty looking hose that was here. I had it strung up there. It had a valve on it because this is the oil pan down here, and it's actually full of water as well as oil. So I wanted to get rid of that because on the previous one I took apart right here, when I took this piece off, it fell and broke the hose, and then it was a panic because there was just oil coming out. Luckily none of it touched the ground, so I've been very cautious of that. So there was nothing bad happened, but it was a bit of a panic for a moment, so I wanted to eliminate that right off the bat. So I've got that all plugged up, and now I'm taking this piece off here. So I'll put you in my little holder, camera holder here, and you can watch me take this off. All right, it is free. All right. Okay, there's a little bit of oil in there. No big deal. This is brass, pretty heavy. I'll let this drip. This big piece is what's going to come off next. So I'm going to get these studs out while it's secured here, because these pieces are quite heavy. This is solid brass. Here's my arm for scale. So it's like basically my elbow to fingertips by elbow to fingertip plus 4 inches or whatever. So I'm gonna get my little pipe wrench. Now I just need to get these bolts off the top here. There we go. This is the piece on the first motor I took apart that I really like the look of. I think I'll probably keep them both. I don't know, it looks like a skull to me, or some kind of alien face or something. Cool. So now what's left behind is this. So I'll mop up that bit of liquid there and then get going on these cotter pins. And again, I'll probably take these studs out to do my future self a favor. Got some water happening there. I don't really know why there's so much water in here. Must have a hole in my tarp or something. Ew, look at that slime coming out of there now. Ew, yuck. Okay, so yeah, this just came off there, I think. Except my hands are super slippery. Ugh, slimy. There we go. Now, is this stainless steel? Slime Town. Ugh, yeah, there's a bunch of oil back there. I should do something like this. Ooh, there's quite a bit back there. Crack that seal with the oil that was behind it. I'd like to just bend that up so that nothing will be dripping out of it. Oh man, can I do it? It's pretty stiff. Not really. Yay! Okay, God, even that little piece is too heavy for my wrist. I hope these are halfway easy to get out. It looks like I should be able to hit it from this side and it should come out. We shall see at a later date. Hi people, Kayla here, Purple Rust. I was just ready to start my day here, but I just remembered that I broke both of my drip trays yesterday. And that's kind of important in case anything happens. I should have drip trays. So maybe that should be the first order of business. Go into the old PA. Hi people, Kayla with Purple Rust. It's another new day. Getting those drip trays took me all day long, conveniently. And then yesterday was kind of yucky weather, so it's a few days later now. Let's get started. I'll pull the tarp off and see where we left off. That's the piston, 3-cylinder. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking this engine apart. These were generators on minesweeping ships in the Second World War. Whoa. So that's what they are. That's about all I know about them. Well, what I do know is they're full of brass, so that's what I'm after. Yep. I don't know what else to say. This big chunk right here, I think from here forward, is aluminum. So I think that's what's going to come off next. I might finish messing around with this part. But this whole thing from here forward comes off in one big chunk. And then I'll take it apart later. I realize that these videos aren't making any sense because I'm posting them out of order, but under this tarp here used to be an identical match to that. So I've already done one and I've filmed the entire thing. I'm kind of at the point where I have so much footage that I'm overwhelmed with having to edit it. So I'm trying to get myself in the groove by just doing these kind of day snippet videos, which probably isn't very good for the storyline because, like I said, they're completely out of order now. But anyway, this is the deal. I'll show you a piece that I've taken off. That's brass right there. I haven't weighed it yet. I want to, but it is real heavy. So I'm getting lots of big chunks like that. I've also got 3 of these. And again, I have footage of the whole thing, taking these apart. Lots of copper left in these guys. Got this is a bit of a situation here because this is copper that's stuck in there now. So I really want to figure this one out before I move on to these ones, because what I did on here, it started out looking like this and I cut off all of those loops of copper, as you can see, on both sides, but I wonder if maybe that wasn't the best option. Maybe I should have been And I did try to hook onto those loops with the backhoe and pull on them, but I was just picking the whole thing up. So I thought it would be better to just cut them off and then push out these kind of sticks now. I don't know what you call them. But they are very difficult to get out. And if I do get them out, they come out looking like this, which is totally fine. It doesn't matter what they look like. It's still copper, no matter what shape it's in. But this has been very difficult to get these out. And I might just have to call it and, you know, this is just waste. But that would be unfortunate. There's some pretty good weight here. Anyway, I think today I'll work on getting closer to getting this big chunk off. I'll probably get that little piece of brass, and there's a piece behind it as well. Probably get that off. I'll take this hood thing off and possibly drop that big chunk today. We'll see. It's already like 10 o'clock. There we go. So my understanding is that these exact motors weren't used on the ships. These exact motors were actually used to teach the guys how to repair them. So I believe these are down at the dockyard in kind of a school or a training facility type thing, which kind of checks out when I see stuff like this. Their initials carved in there, the dates 1967, 1963. I've been seeing quite a bit of that kind of thing around. Also, there's been like rags stuffed in random places and stuff like that, which tells me like these motors weren't actually in the ships, but these same types of motors were. That might be copper or brass or something. I'll just take it off and look into it later. The rat's nest continues. Okay. I'm ready to let that big chunk drop. I think I'm gonna leave that bracket there. It's kind of a nice table to keep my stuff, so I don't really care if it hits it. But I've just got two nuts at the top of this thing that are already loosened, so I'll take those off and let it fall. Thumbs away. There's one thing I've noticed throughout this process is that I've got a lot more comfortable with letting things fall on the ground and realizing it's just gonna fall straight down. It's not gonna come attack me on the way down. So here we go, I'll turn you around. There it is. So this is cast aluminum. So it's quite light despite how big it is. You saw right there I could flip it over with no problem. If this was brass, I wouldn't even be able to budge it. It would be so heavy. So I will strip this at some point, take it in as cast aluminum, because it does have some good weight there. Look at that, it broke off a couple studs on the way down, but that's okay. The nice thing about taking things apart with no intention of putting them back together is that those kind of things don't matter. Okay, there's a overview of it. Let me get blurry. There we go. So you see this kind of gingerbread slash sort of a guitar shape on the outside of this? That is this. So this is the piece from the first motor I took apart. So that's that kind of gingerbread guitar shape that you see right here. All right, so next I think I'll try to get this closer to the other one that's under that tarp, so it's not right in the way. And then I will get after cotter pin city here. Focus. Cotter pins on everything, absolutely everything. Okay, check back in later. Is this brass? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure by looking at it. I'll put it in the file anyway, obviously. That's a nice piece. Just have to get those two studs out at some point. Okay, I was not recording that whole time. Keep bumping you. Grunting makes you at least 5 times stronger than you actually are, you know. So, sorry, but I have to do it. Got to. Okay, I think that is free. Easy. Okay, let's not break another drip tray. Okay, so this is a nice piece. I just need to get these silver rings out of there at some point. And I think that's pretty much it. This is probably, you know, that's probably £60. Now that I've made a weight estimate, we have to know the real weight. 57 pounds. This is stupid. 55 pounds. Let's go weigh it just for the heck of it. Come on now. All right, guesses on how much this weighs. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's around 50 or 60, I would think. Okay. Look at that. I said 57 pounds. 56 pounds, bang on. I'm good. I'm good with the weights. see that. This has to come apart. That didn't really do anything. That didn't do anything. Does it need to come off? Not really. Maybe I just pretend it's not there. Because there's a big hole in this part behind it. What am I doing? I could be getting this off. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just got this front plate to come off a bit. All right. Oh. Oh, not that bad. How do I get that brass out? Okay, that looks more better. As my dad would say. Looks like it might take a while, so I'll just... Okay. Taking all the studs out of this. Taking all the studs out. I took a little piece of steel that was over here off. Basically, I'm gonna undo all these and let it drop. So I shall work from bottom to top for safety. Fine, stay there. All right. It should, I'm thinking it's free right there, so let's get you backed up a little bit because you can see this ricocheting off a few things. It's crazy how soft brass is. I'm bending it doing that. getting the thumbs up from Mom. Usually whenever there's a big kablamo, she's running to the window. Are you okay? Yes. On a hill. All right, let's go check it out. So, oil land is down there. Now it's open for me to drop my tools into. On the other one, I put cedar. It's actually flooring. It has like a custom cedar floor in there now. In the other one. What can we see back here? A bunch more work. So now I will make sure all the little bits and pieces are off. See, like this is brass right here. I'll take that off. This little thing. Let's make sure all the little stuff is off. Actually, this right here is brass. These brackets are brass. There's not a whole lot left. But then what I did on the last one, I loosened took all these out, and then got a floor jack, a little like bottle jack or whatever they're called, in here, and just popped it up. See, the seam is here and here. So this, back up. This entire thing comes off. And I also need to undo these first. So there's still quite a bit more work, but you can see here, like this is just the bottom of this left now, and the top of it is under that tarp. So this is that. And of course there's cotter pins everywhere you look. It'll probably sit like this for a while now. I'll probably spend the next bunch of days, like however long the weather holds out for. Today is January 17th, which is actually exactly 3 years ago my dad passed away. It was today. Yeah, I might spend the next bunch of time just stripping, because this is kind of a big deal. Well, not to mention that this thing hasn't started in a while. Need new batteries. Yep. Everything you see me doing here is because my dad showed me how. All right. Can I just get this off like this? What? Oh, scheiße. Yeah, that's okay, actually. All right, one down.